The Gospel records more than 30 miracles performed by Jesus during his ministry, but 7 of them reveal something powerful about who he truly is and what his power means for us today. At Cana, Jesus turned water into wine. This first miracle revealed his divine authority and showed that when we trust him, he can transform what seems ordinary into something extraordinary. When a paralyzed man was brought to Jesus, he not only healed his body, but also demonstrated his authority to forgive sins. Jesus cares about our physical needs, but he cares even more about restoring our hearts. When a violent storm threatened the disciples on the Sea of Galilee, Jesus simply commanded the wind and waves to be still. Even nature obeyed him. When your life feels like a storm, remember that Jesus is still in the boat. Jesus also walked on water, showing his disciples that what looks impossible to us is never impossible for God. Faith begins when we keep our eyes on Jesus instead of the waves around us. With only 5 loaves and 2 fish, Jesus fed thousands of hungry people. The miracle reminds us that what we place in his hands may be small, but he is more than capable of multiplying it. Then came one of his most powerful miracles. Jesus called Lazarus out of the tomb after 4 days. This miracle points us toward the greatest hope of all, that Jesus has authority even over death. These miracles are more than ancient stories. They remind us that Jesus still brings hope where there is fear, healing where there is brokenness, provision where there is lack, and life where there seems to be no hope. If he could do it then, you can trust him today. After a night of catching nothing, Jesus told his disciples to cast their nets again. Suddenly, the nets were filled with an enormous catch. When we obey Jesus, even after disappointment, he can turn an empty season into abundance. The miracles of Jesus teach us that faith is not pretending that problems do not exist. Faith is believing that Jesus is greater than the problem. Every miracle pointed people towards something greater. Hope. Jesus showed that no situation is too broken, no storm too powerful, and no need too great for God. The 7 miracles remind us that Jesus is still worthy of our trust. When life feels impossible, remember his power. When you feel afraid, remember his presence. And when your faith feels weak, remember what Jesus has already done.